Ooh, and I can pin it. For how long though? Didn't I pin it? Pin, brother. What's up? Come on in. Oh, exactly. Exactly. Come on in. We're trying to change the world. Again, been at it for a long time. Been making waves. If you hit the search bar and you put 4G in there, it'll come up. They be violating though. And they be talking about it. We back again tonight. This for the fellas. This for the fellas. Trying to do better. What up, Kia? You know what I'm talking about? Know what I mean? Just need more likes. I appreciate the likes. Thank you for the likes. We're going you know I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna start talking. Good evening, VA. What's happening? Good evening. I'm back. Hold on, let me turn my Andre 3000 off. It's supposed to be a rap album. Yeah, I was hearing that. You know what's going on? We're discussing the 4G movement for men. What we doing to better the world, to better society. So I'm gonna pick up where I left off, because this is where it is. This is what it is. It's still celibacy, no resources, no time. You know what I mean? No children. And this is for men to do better, because men, we gotta start doing better. Because I say it's gonna fall on you anyway. It falls on our shoulders. And we can't take everybody with us. That's one thing, you know, it's a hard pill to swallow and it's hard to explain to somebody. But we can't save everybody. Some people, you know, even some slaves, you couldn't even get them off the plantation because they just felt like that was home. So, you know, I ain't got no fancy sign up here with, you know, saying triggering stuff, but it's time. It's time to take a look in the mirror. It's time to look at a man in the mirror. You know what I mean? Appreciate it, Kia. You know what? There's so many more supporters than it is, you know what I mean? Well, I want to feel that way anyway. But it's a great movement, but you know, it opens up a dialogue, really. Because the dialogue needs to be opened up. And if you want men to take accountability, then you're going to love this. You're going to love this. If that's what you want. Less broken homes, yeah. Because you know, I'm looking at better decisions, better choices, bettering yourself. You know, at some point you gotta have the motivation. You gotta have a goal to become the best version of yourself and stop getting distracted. A lot of we're indoctrinated to be attracted to, you know, some different forms of beauty. It's easy to get through to us. It's easy to, you know, it's easy to trick us. It ain't, you know, JB, you don't know what's going on? See, I gotta put up the different signs. See, I put the different sign up to y'all be like, oh, that's what it is. How it is. You agree men should start focusing on themselves? Exactly. Things would improve so much. Exactly. Because we got so much that we need to do. We're supposed to be the leaders. We're supposed to we'll be able to provide. Believe me, you know, we want to. It's deep inside of us, but you know, we just want to, you know, be appreciated also. And expectation is a whole nother thing. You know, we just want to be able, we want to do it. You know, but that doesn't matter. But you know, we need to improve attitudes, communication. Listen, I had a live last night. All right, I've been doing this for a little while. All right. But I had one last night. I talked to nothing but the ladies, nothing but women. I let them take over the panel. The men was trying to get in. And I was like, no, you know, it's not, you know, no, I'm talking to the women. I want to hear what y'all have to say. Like, how can men improve themselves? What can they do better? So we had a conversation. We had a really good conversation. And I took notes. You know, I take notes. And you know, we have this conversation, but what's ridiculous, if you go in the search bar and you type in 4G movement, you're gonna see me looking crazy, looking a little funny, and people just making videos. Things that took off, man. There's some big influencers. Oh man, somebody requesting in now. Kia, I'm gonna let you in, Kia, but you know, I gotta get to 10,000 before I, you know what I'm saying, 10,000 likes before I can like let people in and start talking. This is gonna be a monologue until then, but I'm looking to have a conversation. But to be honest with you, it's the men's turn today for a little while. I still want to talk to the ladies, but you typed it in. Did you see it? What they been saying? You know, eventually you know what I'm saying, the comments start losing me. It's okay. Did you see my face just looking? Type in 4G movement into the search bar, y'all. Take a second. Go take a look at it. You gonna see me. They like, oh, they making some videos, man. It's funny. It is funny. It's like, oh, y'all talking. See, when y'all start talking to each other in the comments, it starts getting ridiculous. And this time, I don't really have, you know, much up here. So, you know, if you come here mad, attractive men are not participating in 4GCC. She just threw a shot at me. I can't even take it. Love Brandy, why you doing that? Why is it the gray hair? What is it? What is it? But that's okay. Uh-oh, somebody's here. But yeah, man, you know, I can take shots like that, but y'all see my name. What's 4G for men? Hey, do not put it in the search bar, Raja. 4G, we really just taking our power back. We're taking our minds back, and you know, we're trying to become the men that we need to be to just be able to lead a successful, healthy, peaceful life. Who am I not worried? Oh, yeah, she talking about I'm not attractive, kid. I don't need to be you know what? I know I ain't no 10. First off, you know, but you ain't gotta bat me down like that. You over whooping, Brandy. You gonna make me click on your name real quick because you over whooping. I can't go no farther. I see a small little circle, but I'm gonna give you a pass. You on vacation. Better stop that. See, y'all trying to get in. I'm sorry, we got to get to 10,000 before I talk to anybody. But Big Bam, I'm talking to the guys first. You gonna like that? Thank you, kid. Yeah, thank you, kid. You ain't gotta gas me up though. I like riding on E, like Drake said. But thank you. Very grateful for your kindness. But 4G movement. So is this to make fun of 4B? Y'all joking, right? Is the men joking? I mean, it's a thing. It's a thing. What we joking for? Man, it's too many of y'all. I need 100 likes from everybody. I'm going to stop. What's the need? I'm trying to tell you, but you're not doing what you're supposed to do. I'm trying to explain it, okay? We had 1,000. I'm trying to tell you. But y'all not, you know, something for nothing. Nothing for nothing leaves nothing. Ooh, now, y'all lucky. And y'all, I ain't see my mod in here yet. And when she ain't in here, you know what I mean? Y'all be in trouble because she keep me on my toes. Strong black woman. She keep me on. You know what I'm saying? She keep me straight. She keep me on point. But when she ain't in here, she believe me. She be telling me, don't do this, don't do that. We done already talked about it. I can explain it. It kind of pops up as soon as you fire acid. As soon as you come in, there's a something that just pops up and it kind of tells you. I'm gonna see if I can do this again, because you just don't believe Lord Greasy. I'm going to put that right there, and then I'm going to pin it. But it's for men, so, you know, celibacy. No resources, no time, no children. And this is for you to be able to take time to better yourself, to become a better version of you. It's like we can't afford it, really. And y'all know that. We can't afford it. We can't afford it. We are willing, well, we're willing to take accountability and you know, become the common denominator as far as everything that's going wrong. That's fine. That's cool. I'm with it. You know what I mean? And you know, the best thing that we can do is just kind of look inside of ourselves. It's not a bad thing. I didn't say anything bad. Why are we out here, you know, trying to holler at everyone? You know, everybody doesn't deserve your attention like that. And you got to be able to weed it out. It's not, you know, some people don't want people to be able to think and, you know, make good decisions. But you know, we don't need to be out here making children. You don't know what you connecting yourself to like that. You need to be out here becoming the best version of yourself, career wise, everything wise.
Um,
Y'all hear me?
Yes,
Being single,
I can
what's
hear
up?
you.
What's up, Kia? I'll let you
I'm
in
finna go to
early.
my
You go.
car real quick. Hold on.
Take your time. Take your time. I'm gonna finish my soliloquy, and I need to get this soliloquy. Is that what this is? And I don't want to try to be smart up here. Not today. Being single is a choice. It is. Lala, Lala, you asked me something earlier. Okay, cool. You like it? Let me see anybody. 4G, no, for the rainbows. See, y'all be getting in here. My own house, my own children. You know, we strong and independent. You hope this is a real thing. It is a real thing. It is a real thing. But like I said, it's not going to be for everybody. Everybody can't jump on. We can't take everybody. It's a long, rough road. If you want the real inner workings and people, oh, what's the G stand for? What's this and that? You gotta become a part of it. It's a secret society. All we ask is trust. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? But it's time for us to, become a better version of ourselves. We do give a lot of time and attention to people that don't deserve it. You can, go through the world, and it's so much perversion out there. We got problems. People liking these Instagram pictures, got people thinking that, BBLs is what, people really want. And it don't take much for you to be able to, you can go live if you got a nice looking hair, my moderator, you got a nice looking little baby hair wig or something like that, and so you can just brush it on live and you're gonna get 200 views. You want to be the single life, Pastor that, yeah, you want to be the single life, I mean single for life. I get what you're saying. Everybody don't desire that. Kia, you made it to the car? What did G stand for?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry, girl.
I'm here now. I was just listening to you.
Oh, my bad. I be rambling on. But
Oh,
welcome
you
in. Is
okay?
this your first time seeing me
You
here
remember I
looking
was in here the
silly?
other night.
I
I was
know,
in
I
here.
recognize you. I'm just trying to make sure that you
Hmm.
remember me.
I'm
I don't
looking
want to
at
be embarrassed.
I'm trying to look. I'm looking at the comments.
What do I say about the comments?
Don't look at. What'd you say?
They be dangerous, but what they saying? What they saying?
Oh, I'm just looking
What's
at
what's
what the
sticking out to
girl
you?
said.
It's
I
about
want to be
time you
single.
guys take accountability and want to work on yourself and become maybe the best version. So thank you. It is
Yeah.
true.
I mean, yeah, we both need to take accountability, men and women, because
Tell
if we
me, tell me
don't,
more. Tell me more.
take accountability, how we gonna grow as a whole?
Exactly. No, I love that. Accountability is tough though.
It is.
It's a hard pill to swallow. How does it hit you? How do you deal with it? How do you get past that
Ooh.
feeling of
Sometimes I don't even want to look at myself. Like you said, it is hard, to take accountability because you think of yourself as this perfect person. You put yourself on a pedestal, basically. You think that you can't do nothing wrong. You always look at yourself as a victim, basically. But,
I like it's true.
so, but I
Yeah,
just,
okay.
I just
Hold on,
look
I
at,
need to write that down. But
yeah,
that sounds. I mean, that's real. That's realistic, but it sounds horrible also.
yeah.
That so how do because it's not for everybody,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't force somebody. Well, you can't force somebody. You can, there's certain. I don't know if there are tactics that you can use. Shaming used to work real good, but how do you push past and look deeply inside of yourself?
Deep
And
inside.
it takes discipline
Yeah.
for sure. And I've been doing this for a little while, but and people be like, "Oh man, could never, not try to stick they hot dog in a bun." Like they
Yeah.
don't even believe that it's even possible, And I know it's tough, but like it's so little faith in us
Mm-hmm.
that we got to do better. We got to do
Well,
better.
I mean, it's really in a man's nature to be attracted, by women. You know what I'm saying? To look at women because
Man ain't getting
of
no
all
better.
our
Man ain't coming
stuff
down.
on our body.
Uh-huh.
So it's in our nature, to desire more than one woman. It's not in our nature to desire more than one man. We supposed to be only with one man because we get pregnant, you know. Yeah,
Whoa, whoa,
do that.
whoa.
Huh?
No, no. Because they, body count don't matter. What's going on here? What you talking about?
What you mean?
Well, you saying y'all supposed to just be with one man. How do you know that? Well, I mean, where are you getting this from? Who told you that?
Well, we get pregnant, so it won't work like that. If we sleep around and have sex with two men at the same time, we get pregnant. How we gonna know who the baby daddy is?
Brandon, you got strike two. You lucky my homie ain't in
I
here
ain't
right
talking too
now.
much, is it?
Nah, go ahead.
Oh,
No, no,
okay.
no. We chilling. We chilling. Nah, this real light. This real light. I
So
was hoping
yeah,
I was gonna
like
get to talk to the fellas, but
it's not in our nature to be with more than one man because, like I said, we get pregnant. A man can sow his seed and get all of us pregnant, but we can't do that.
at the
We only
same
give
time.
birth once a year, so no, it's not. It's not. It's we're not equal, basically. That's what I'm saying.
No, 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 no. Y'all is listen, y'all precious. Y'all precious. And that's dangerous anyway.
Yeah.
It's real dangerous for y'all. It's more danger. Y'all in danger. If a man
So.
can get everybody in here pregnant and y'all just have to have the baby, make it through the 9 months.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So what okay, let me what's up, Robin? What brings you in?
But
Uh-oh.
the 4G movement for men, I am totally for it. I am
Whoa.
I am for it. I am for you guys disciplining yourselves. I am for you guys coming to centering yourselves. I am for you guys understanding yourselves. I am for it. I am not against it. I wish you guys well. I want you guys to take this serious and I want you guys to go on this journey that is precious because it will turn into something that will allow you guys to become what you guys were naturally supposed to be, which is leaders. Discipline is awesome. I'm for it.
We
Go
get
4G.
distracted. What go hey, no man, y'all better stop with all this today. What what's your biggest complaints about men?
I don't
What
have
do you
any
think?
complaints about men.
That's different. Okay.
You want to know why I don't have any complaints? Because the complaints are
Why?
going on unanswered. So the best way to do it is within men to do it within themselves, within their own brotherhood. Understand that. So no complaints.
I can definitely agree with that, and it is our responsibility because like it or not, it's gonna fall back on our shoulders.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? This is going to come around to us, and it really does. It does start with us.
Amen.
Um, and we do lack discipline. There's certain things that you need to be successful to have peace, and sometimes we chasing chaos. You know, it's a lot of unhealed trauma that goes unaddressed, and
Amen.
we get really good at just suppressing it down because we told at an early age. You already
Yeah.
know, be a
I, I
man.
mean, I mean, it's what you guys don't understand is we were told as well as Black women to suppress our emotions as well. This is where the disconnect is coming when I look at us as Black women and Black men. We are both told that we only have 5 minutes to deal with what we need to deal with and move on. But you guys forget that we are told that as well.
I
Like it,
really did. I don't think I knew.
because again, like I grew up in a household where I needed to make sure I was doing what I needed to do. Okay, to make sure I was okay and also my family was okay. I'm the oldest. I took care of grown up stuff and also my stuff and kid stuff. You understand? Like it's a different that we forget as just as a nation, as Black people, that we all are dealing with the same thing. We're all having traumas that we need to deal with. Not just Black men, Black women as well. Because we have traumas that we're dealing with. The problem is we're not talking to each other to understand each other. We're talking to each other to just answer each other. We need to get to
Yeah,
we try to argue and debate and I suffered more, you suffered more. No, like we both suffered. Let's just figure out how
it
not to suffer.
it doesn't work. When you're really not getting to. the conclusion, because the conversation can get derailed so easily just from just little words. Oh, you said it this way, or what I'm saying, oh,
Yep.
you used this statistic, and just just different things that just it doesn't move the conversation forward. And I
No.
mean, it's so looking for solutions. I mean, all you can really do is handle what's in arm's reach of you, really. You know what
Which
I
is
mean?
self.
That's it.
Which is self.
That's who's there. That's who's there.
Period.
That's the man in the mirror.
Self.
So
Because how
that's
can you even attempt to help somebody else if you can't help self?
exactly. But we're out here doing it, and that's kind of the
Amen.
norm.
Amen. We need to change that norm.
I agree, Robin, with what you said. Instead of us just, sitting down and just talking to one another to see, what's really going on, like why are we mad at each other? We gotta figure out where it started from.
Right.
Like we know that these folks divided us. We know that. I
Period.
don't like to say their name on here because they love to freeze up stuff and all that. But we know what happened, you know.
Amen.
But now it's on us. Now we have to bring our communities back together. You see
Amen.
what I'm saying?
The communication isn't there, or maybe it's the wrong people communicating, or maybe we're not speaking the same language. Maybe we're paying attention to the propaganda and the
Mm-hmm.
mudslinging that
Yes.
goes on because it's getting pushed in front of you. Because you
Yes.
have one thing that you see, and I
Mm-hmm.
have a whole nother
Yes.
thing that comes across
Mm-hmm.
my feed. They know how to push my buttons. They know how to
Amen.
trigger me. You
Amen.
know,
Yeah.
Amen.
so I'm trying to, I feel like we experience like similar things there that just really will give you a distaste
Mm-hmm.
from what you see, because they'll
Mm-hmm.
try and try till they find exactly what it is. Like, yeah, you're right, you exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
And then you have some of us from male and from woman and man that we ignite it because we can't handle our personal emotions. Where
Mm-hmm.
we say some dog bad stuff to each other and then it ignites from there. Because then once something it's like a bad apple in a tree. It ignites everywhere on both sides. One person says something bad about the men say something bad about the woman, and no one's understanding that it could be coming from that's not about you. That's the person who said it. That's about them. They need to internalize that. But instead, they're spewing it out, and people see a correlation to some situation that is possibly happened to them, where they're then catching on to it. They're grasping at it. So then it ignites, which is sad when it comes to us.
Yeah.
it is sad. You feel helpless, but you really can't, because what? Well, not you're not helpless, but I feel like men can hold other men accountable. We can get together. We can hold yourself accountable. I can't save every purse snatching and
Mm-hmm.
everything that's going on, but I mean, I definitely could agree to do something if if necessary. We would.
Yeah,
Everybody's in danger, but
that's why I'm for the 4G, because I feel like discipline without the P cloud in it. Because again, they say as the individual that is spiritual
what
as
does
well.
that do?
Yeah,
Okay.
that you're bringing in so many other people and their situation that's going on. You're bringing on so many emotions because when
Mm-hmm.
you are grown up in with
Hold on. I'm sorry.
everybody.
I'm gonna let you finish. My mod is in here now. Oh, she muting people
Okay.
too. I don't know what they're saying in the comments, but I see people getting muted. Go ahead.
But the grown-ups that we're doing is bringing in extra what we don't need. So what will happen is when you guys are becoming and not doing all the rest of the things like trying to date, getting with different women, if you guys will stop and take a step back and look at self, regardless of if you have the urge, because as women we have the urge as well.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I've been celibate for 14 months and I don't go on dates or anything. I'm just I will have a conversation, hence the conversation I'm having right now with a male or a man, but I
Both.
want to make sure the person's character is where they needs to be. And you
Mm-hmm.
guys will bring so much character in your ability, because again, money is on the table. However, because if you're both working, that's perfect, okay? But money is just not the only thing that women need to worry about. And I feel like that's what everybody is on. the money aspect. So when you guys pull all of that back, and you guys are only looking for someone and their character, and the person that is also only looking at character, you guys will be, I mean, it'll go back to where it should have been, and not where it's at now. Because right now it's chaos between us.
Yeah,
Yes.
I agree. And
Yes.
you know what, Robin? I've been abstinent for 2 years as well, and I stopped
No,
dating. I stopped dating. Yeah.
get it, girl. Isn't it a nice journey?
It is, because dating is pointless.
It
Like, in
is.
my eyes, it's pointless because we was
Is
taught
is
that
y'all
dating.
is y'all is y'all 4B? Or y'all
No, I'm
just
not
doing the right
4B. I wouldn't
thing?
I
No.
I
I
wouldn't call
just
myself a 4B at all. I would
okay.
not say 4B. I'm not. I because I was doing, and she also was doing this before 4B. So I mean, even though 4B was going on
Ooh.
in Korea, it didn't catch fire until around this time. No, like I decided to do this because I needed to understand self
Yeah.
before getting into a relationship. So I'm working on me so I can be the best quality woman. And what is
Ooh.
this new term stating? High value woman. I mean, come on. I want to be the best quality for the next man, and not saying I'm bashing men, because I would never do that, because again, I didn't grow up bashing men.
Right. And what I want to say to the women before I let Tisha talk, I want to say to the women, when you stop dating for fun, you actually you actually attract better quality men as you stop dating, like just dating just to have fun. Because that's when you sleep around, you go from man to man to man, and you're not actually looking at their character.
Amen.
You see what I'm saying? So this is why I stopped, because I was thinking that if I date a man, I gotta have sex with him. I gotta sleep with him. This is what I was thinking now. Is
Uh-huh.
this
I had
this
some crazy things that yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You got
Yeah,
it.
so that happens, and you want to try to avoid that because you don't want to give your soul to everybody, any everybody. Not that I give every man my body, but you know what I mean.
And I do. And if they don't understand what you mean, they need to go and look in the mirror. That's what they need to do.
Right.
Go look in the
Mhm.
mirror, because come on now. Again, I agree with you, Kia, because yeah, when I was dating, I decided to put a boundary up where I will pay for my own food, because I was like, I'm not doing
Yeah.
any of, like, I don't feel like I want to owe you anything. This was a fun
Mhm.
time. I don't want to talk to you anymore. It's Gucci. And that's what happened. This is why
Yep.
I decided to pay for my own meals each time I went out, because I didn't have time to even have that thought.
Mhm.
Gucci,
Yep.
Gucci, Gucci, Gucci. You know, some people are never really single. They just unmarried. But you know, some people that just, have never just been single, really
I was
taking the
married for
time
17.
to,
No, I was married
you
for
was married for
17
what?
years. 17 years. I'm 41 years old.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Hmm.
well, I'm gonna say you're young because I'm 42, but yeah,
Amen.
yeah, but
You can say I'm a youngin'. I'll be youngin'. I mean,
you always be young to me, for
I'll be
sure. It
youngin'. I
doesn't
don't care.
sound that bad. Doesn't
But yeah,
sound that
17
bad at
years.
all.
Amen.
But I
So
used to
yeah,
even go to school with girls. Oh, we got more people in here. But yeah, I used to go to school with girls that I'd never seen them single. Like, and this is middle school, high school. Dudes too. Dudes too. You know, always have a boyfriend. They leave one, then the next day, they be in another relationship. And I didn't understand how those relationships even started. Like, how did you want to be my girlfriend? Yeah. Okay. Is that I don't even know um, how that used to go down, but I was very intrigued about it.
yeah. No, I don't believe in that. The jumping from
Yeah.
boyfriend to boyfriend. That's not okay. Tisha,
Some
I
people
do
don't like to
apologize.
be.
I went off on a tangent. I'm gonna put myself on mute.
Listen, we're gonna time this. Tisha, what's up?
Hey, that's okay. I was just listening to you guys and about this 4G and 4B, and a lot of people don't realize. 'Cause I started researching a lot of this stuff and realized that 4B has been around since before Christ. That sexual revelation for women have been around since the beginning of time, where they will deny sexual uh, physicality with men, and even doing equal.
I
Matter of fact,
imagine
it
you would
happened
have to.
recently in 2012. in Africa, where the leader there, I forget her name, it was in Liberia, she won a Nobel Peace Prize because of it, because of all the warring factions that was happening, and a lot of black men were being unalived from warring faction. They couldn't even remember why they were warring all the time, but they just knew that their sons were being unalived constantly, and they wanted it to stop. But I think that when black women specifically began to wrap itself around equality for women, somehow it gets hijacked. It gets hijacked by white women, and then we are in the
It don't make no
background,
race for
just
you.
like Stacey Abrams. She should have won Georgia. She should have had it. But white women will vote against their own interests.
Wait
And
a
we,
minute, wait a minute. We ain't gotta diss in here. But let me say from what you were saying, I'm sure that the pendulum swings. There's overcorrection that has to happen in
no, it didn't
a lot of
overcorrect
different.
with Georgia.
No,
It
that's
didn't
not what I'm talking
overcorrect
about.
with
I'm sorry. Let
Georgia.
me be more specific. Let me be more specific. I'm just trying to kind of keep the topic, kind of where it is. But when you said that the, before the Bible, women had this
It
movement
has
and
happened.
right.
It
That's what I'm
has
saying.
always happened. But this is the
That's what I'm
thing I
saying.
want you to
Yes.
realize this is
Okay. I'm gonna
that
let you go ahead and land the plane because I do have to
life
talk right
has a
there with you.
way
But go
of
ahead.
evolving. It does have a way of evolving. And
Amen.
it's only temporary. It's only temporary for a minute, but it has a way of correcting itself. And I can tell you, I was lonely for and by myself for 4 years. That's not pretty because you begin to doubt yourself as a woman. Do you think you are attractive? Do you think anybody like you? And you put everything else in the mix. But loneliness can lead to mental depression if you don't get out of that funk and get out of that. You want someone that you can be attractive to, and someone is attracted to you. So that's, the only thing. Being by yourself, yeah, it's okay sometimes, but not all the time. You want to have conversation with an adult and not, the wall or on social media. You want to have contact with another human being, and not a female, but a male who find you attractive. So it's, this 4B and 4G, it can be illuminating, but life is going to evolve one way or the other. It's going to happen. But I just don't like the male bashing, because I think I have three wonderful adult men who are very, very work ethic, uh, gentle with women, but they get a lot of female bashing all the time because they get lumped into that group of men that those women have been hurt by. So they end up getting that history from when they were hurt by the other men thrown onto them and said, man, I don't want to date any women in my race because they just bashes. And I'm trying to tell them, look, you don't think like that. Your mom is black. Don't think like that. You're just dating the wrong kind of woman. You just need to just begin to look a little bit further and talk a little bit more before you make a decision that this is the one woman that you want to date. But it's a lot of male bashing, and we need to stop that. We really need to stop that because we're not on the same road with white women. And we got to be very, very careful for we dangerously end up doing something that we will regret 20 years down the road. When it comes to our population growth, when it comes to wanting to having children later on, and we're like 45 or 50, and then there becomes a problem. So, stop bashing. Every black man is not like that. I know my three guys are not like that.
You
Every
you
black
fed
man
up
is
with that
not
too. Some people
Hey,
is
don't
hey,
get
not
it.
like
Trisha,
that.
I got a question for you. I know you mentioned throughout the conversation that you were having,
Uh-huh.
that not being alone all the time is not good, and
Right.
having a male companion. I'm gonna go two parts in this. I agree and disagree at the same time. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm gonna agree on you that you need a male to have conversations with. You don't need a male to have sexual relations with.
You
Okay.
need to have someone.
So and I agree on not being alone sometimes, because of course you can only talk to self for so long. However, just because you have a male companionship does not mean you are sexually active with them until you are ready mentally. And
I
that's why I want
agree.
to make sure that everyone understands that part. Because
I,
yes, I agree and also disagree at the same time. But
I
yes, because
agree.
you
But you're
and
gonna
this
want to have somebody tell you that you look nice, that you look good, that you're
they gonna say that
beautiful.
anyway, girl.
But
Okay.
you need to have that. You
They
need to
gonna
have
say it
that
anyway.
validation. You need to have it. You
I
can't
mean,
look in the mirror and
no, you
always
would.
say, "Oh, I look." You want
You,
someone else. Why
you
nobody?
need to validate yourself. That you don't
Exactly.
need
Thank
it.
you. That's
Exactly.
exactly what I
There's
was
something
about to
going
say.
on
You
there.
need to validate yourself. Yes. Because if you need that validation, something is wrong with you. You want to make sure that you whatever you feel about yourself, you feel it, you breathe it, you live it. It's all around you. It's just who you are. It's when you walk in the room. You don't even have to be acting like anything. You can be the tiniest mouse in there, but everybody understands that your essence, your natural energy is there for
want
self
a
because
man to
you
Can I
believe.
tell
ask
you,
Tisha a question?
"Oh, you look fine."
Yes, let me
You're
say
gonna
this.
want
Yeah,
a man to tell you
people
that.
don't value you more than you value yourself. They're gonna
Can
I
I
follow
ask
suit.
yeah,
Tisha a
but you're gonna
question?
want to have it. You're gonna want to have it. You're gonna
I
want a
know. That's
why
why
the
these
guy not
girls are
giving
out
me no
here.
attention.
Okay.
Can I ask
I'm
Tisha a
listening.
question?
Sure.
Hi, ma'am. So in your thing when you were talking, you were saying how you don't like us women bashing men and how you know at least three good men, and you were listing off the qualities that you felt like made them good men. My question to you would be, out of all the men that you know in your world, how many of them would you be okay with them being in a hotel room? Because there's a question going around on social media of how many men, the average and percentage of men, would we trust to be alone in a hotel room for a
You
week
getting
with no
all the way off
cameras, no
subject, but
nothing?
supervillain, the
Say that
G, you
again.
got, you know what I'm
To
saying?
be
When
in
you
a
get
hotel
down,
room.
you'll figure out
What?
what a G is for. But you got to get down.
I was saying that there's a conversation that's going on TikTok. A gentleman actually brought this up, and he said he wanted to ask men specifically, and then he kind of threw us in as women too. How many men that you know in your world that you would be okay, that you would trust to be in a hotel room for a week with no cameras, no other supervision, just the two of them with a 14-year-old daughter, granddaughter, niece, nephew?
Whoa,
Now, those
whoa,
three men
whoa.
that you were naming as good men, would they qualify that you would trust them to be in that hotel room for a week, and not even to say that they would molest them or grape them, but
All
not
three,
to
Listen,
all
try
no.
three of
anything
my kids.
appropriate, not to
All
say
three of my
anything
kids.
appropriate, not to look at them and treat them
All right. Let her
anywhere
answer the
appropriate?
I'm
question.
telling
I
you,
think we
all
get
three of
it.
my
Go
kids.
ahead.
Yes, they are gentlemen. I'm telling you,
All right,
they are
Coretta.
utmost
Appreciate you.
gentlemen. One, they probably wouldn't even put themselves in that position that someone would end up accusing them of anything. That's the main thing, accusing them of anything. But all three of them would be perfect gentlemen,
There's your
guaranteed.
answer. There's your
Children,
answer.
ma'am. Any
I
other
didn't talk to
males?
Devin. Hold on. I didn't
You
talk to
said men that I know. I was talking about my three adult sons, and I'm telling you,
But
they.
we all the women in the world
she
can't date.
answered you. Hold on. We moving
I'm
on
just you
with the
asked me
conversation.
about.
I'm sorry.
See,
I'm gonna
you
come
put other
back to
stuff
you.
in the
Tisha,
mix
I
that
think
would
you
make it
answered her.
harder. But my three adult sons would not one put themselves in a position to be accused of anything like or being in a room with a 14-year-old. But if they were, they would be perfect gentlemen. I can guarantee you that. I can put my life on that.
Okay. No, respect.
Other men in
We
your
ain't got
life
we're not
outside of
even
your
questioning.
sons. So what about them?
Ask me about the people that I know in my life, and I was talking about my three
And
sons.
No, I
that's
said
it. And
any
that's it.
man.
Tell you
Hold
that they
on.
would be
Tisha, give me one
perfect
second. All
gentlemen.
right, Devin.
Devon.
Devon, I'm so sorry. Not, but no, she's Tisha. Tisha standing on business. She know her sons. Go ahead, Devon. How you
I
doing
have a
today?
couple questions.
All
I have a
right, I
question in
got
the
you.
comment, and I can't stay for long. First question, and I keep seeing in the comments too. What is 4G?
Okay, 4G is a movement for men. It's for us to better ourselves, take time, take some accountability for ourselves, hold people accountable, hold other men accountable. It's time for us to have these conversations, time for us to get better. So, celibacy, reason why is because it gets us distracted. It's not something that we really
Emotional
need to be
maturity,
doing and
maybe?
need to be chasing. I'm sorry.
Emotional maturity, maybe?
Yeah, that's coming too. And discipline, I can get into, some of that good stuff. But yeah, emotional maturity, discipline, self-respect,
I love it.
self-awareness,
I love it.
being
Okay.
able to self-regulate your emotions.
Mm,
I had a whole live last night. I mean, listen, man, I had a whole conversation. I had nothing but ladies. I didn't know the ladies was gonna be here today too. I did want to talk to the fellas, but you got something
they
else
don't
you
want
want
to
to
talk to
add
you.
to it? Like
I'm
what
going to
else
tell you
can
they don't want to
men?
talk to you because they want to hold us accountable. They don't want to hold themselves accountable. They don't want to
Well,
have the
we holding
conversations.
ourselves accountable now. So now's your
I
time
hope
to
so.
shine.
I hope
Okay,
so.
what's up?
I'm
Tell me something.
well. I'm not a he. I'm a she.
I'm
So I
sorry. I did say she. I did say she.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
No,
I knew you were she.
so I the only reason why is because and I've heard a couple people speak, and I hear a lot of people talking about 4B and 4G. Maybe I don't know all these different whatever. Right. For myself, and you touched on it, so I just wanted to touch on it again. I guess you have to be healthy and happy with yourself before you seek outside of yourself. I think. Just Devon's thought. So if you're not healthy for yourself and you're not happy with yourself, you're going to seek outside and then you put energy that didn't belong to somebody else onto you. I don't care what your gender is. So from what I understand of 4B, and this is where I get confused, and this is just my own ignorance, no disrespect. Women are saying, we're going to decenter men. But then every time I come on TikTok, you're talking about decentering men. That's not decentering men. If you're going to decenter them, decenter them. There's no conversation. We're going to do what we have to
I
do.
heard if you decenter men, you're centering men. I heard a lot of say
If
I don't
no,
even
no,
know.
no. If you're going to
Centering means
decenter
anything.
men, then decenter men. You can't
Okay.
continually speak about something that you're decentering. Like if I'm an alcoholic and I said I'll quit drinking, then I quit drinking.
Right.
If I talk about alcohol all day and I keep, and I keep dealing with my cravings, right? Then I'm not decentering my alcoholism. Same concept. So I'm having trouble understanding how we can be 4B, and I'm not saying I am or I'm not because I'm still trying to understand the concept. I don't just sign on because somebody said it. I want to know. But I don't understand how, if the 4B movement is about decentering men, why do we keep talking about men if we're decentering them? I'm
Okay.
having
I,
trouble.
ain't- I get you. We not gonna bash them. We're holding them. But somebody said something good in the comments. Somebody, I need all men in the box. Stop mentioning women. I'm waiting on men to come up. I'm waiting on them. Y'all forcing me.
Yeah,
Y'all
I'm
forcing me.
I'm gonna come off now, but
I
I
just I
just
just came up, but I'll let you finish talking.
no, I'm gonna hop off because I'm tired. But I just wanted to understand what 4G was, and I wanted to get some like because you're saying 4G movement for men, but a lot of people are saying in your comments, what is
I
4G? I
Can I,
appreciate
I
what you're
got
wait,
you.
saying.
I don't
Devon,
be reading the
Yes.
comments.
I would love to answer you on that because I want to make sure that people understand that 4G, 4B is all about self. It has nothing to do with anybody else.
Okay.
If someone wants to decenter men, that's what they're going to do. And if you want to follow the rules of actually decentering men, your job is to follow the rules that you have enhanced for yourself.
For you. Okay, got it.
For you. It has nothing to do with anybody else. So yes, I agree. Everyone is consistently if you're decentering, I agree with 100% with what you just stated. If women are decentering, why are we talking about them? We need to talk about us and talk about the changes we need to make. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, 100%. I agree with you, but people have to understand if they want to follow something instead of just saying like, I'm just worried about myself and I'm doing this for me and not putting a label or name on it,
Mm-hmm.
then you organize it the way you organize it.
Okay. No, I got you. I'm just like I said, I'm still learning, so I'm not trying to tell anybody to do or say anything.
You really ain't gotta learn. You just gotta talk to you. What do you want to do? How do
I
you
know what
feel?
I
Get
want to do.
down
I'm
with the
good
Amen,
on me.
sis.
movement.
Then you do what you want to do,
Yeah, I'm
and it's
good on
not with
me. Like
nobody else.
for
It's
for
you.
me, it's not the same journey as others.
Amen. Amen.
It's a 4B
I just
chat.
hear everyone having these conversations, and I don't understand what it's about.
Amen.
Because if I'm saying I'm not doing this thing, I don't know why I'm continually discussing it.
Amen. Hello.
So that I was
I
just trying to
get you.
understand, like, am I bugged over that? But thank you for helping me to understand, because I thought maybe I was going crazy. How
Nah,
do I
girl, it's
decide
just
something that I
everybody else
see?
is crazy, and you just sitting back like, what? I mean, what do I really want to do? I really don't care about this.
No.
What are y'all talking about? It is what it
Okay.
is.
Okay. I appreciate it. I'm going to bed. It's been great.
All right. But you
Thank you
down with the
so much for
movement, right?
explaining to me. What's that?
You down with the movement, right?
I'm down with the Devon Michelle Keith movement.
All right. Well,
That's the move.
I
I'm down
got
with
you.
being mentally healthy, emotionally mature, and moving how the hell I need to move for me.
Amen.
That's what I
Amen. Well,
got.
you have yourself a day. Amen.
Thank you very much. You
I'm
have a
gonna
good one.
move like me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, ladies, don't attack us. We're trying to have a man conversation. I'm gonna let y'all stay up here. But what's going on? Connect.
What's up,
Can
bro?
I? What's happening?
I'm curious about what this movement here is.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 19.
Are you married? Single?
Oh, I'm single, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, man, you young. You're a young one, but the movement is to hope. Actually, I'll say it from your perspective to become the best version of yourself as a man. So you're 19.
Do you
Um,
think there's people that aren't in the movement?
or in what movement?
The trying to be the best version of yourself?
You're saying that you're asking me if I think that people aren't trying to be the best version of themselves.
Yeah.
There are so many distractions out there. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, from drugs and alcohol to men chasing. I mean, listen, it's a lot of us, and it may not apply to you. If it don't apply, let it fly. But it's a lot of men out there that are broken. And I think that everybody has trauma, whether you deal with it or not. A lot of us are broken, and you really, to become the best version of yourself. Um, you got to live more than 19 years because you ain't there yet. I'm gonna go ahead and be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you. You're not there yet. Um, there are some dangers out there for you, and it comes back onto you. We make bad decisions sometimes. You got a girlfriend
Oh, not at the
or a
moment.
boyfriend? You want one?
Not necessarily.
Okay,
I
but it's
have too
basically
much
you might
going on right now.
this might be right up your alley. Exactly. You got too much going on. You can't afford to do it. I think you might already be on that movement early. I hope you're on the right path. So, basically, I don't want to say, I say celibacy just because you don't want to, put yourself in situations, especially if you don't have good intentions. Like they say, if you don't mean me any good, leave me alone. You do have to leave them alone. You don't know really what you're setting yourself up for. You're 19, but you got social media. You see windows get busted out. You see baby mamas and people falling out. I mean, it's just dangerous out
That
there
brings up
to.
that brings up a really good point. You mentioned intentions. And I'm curious, if we take time out of it and we only focus on this moment right now and we agree that this is all that exists, then I'm curious if you think intentions can exist without time.
So you're saying it doesn't without time,
Can,
intentions can exist
yeah,
without
do you
time?
think intentions can exist without time?
Give me a scenario.
Well, what would you define intentions as?
So I would define it as your plans, this is where communication comes into play, like what your plans are. If I said, what intentions do you have for a girl, if you're just trying, or are you saying you don't know? You're asking me questions, man. I'm trying to, I did answer your 4G
That's a
movement
good,
question, but
yeah, like
you're
I think like yeah, that's a good way to put it. Like kind of the unknown. Like if like instead of like having plans, I just I know that whatever is going to happen is going to be better than anything I could plan or imagine, or worse than anything I can plan or imagine, which is also better because anything that's worse is going to strengthen me to prepare me for what's better. So yeah, I guess that's kind of what I'm saying is, what if I don't have any intentions and with any situation, and I just trust that it's going to be the right situation for me. And I think that if I am thinking about trying to plan a situation in the future or trying to think about a situation in the past, it's pulling me away from the present, where is the only place that I can be doing anything.
Yeah, so
You're just flowing with
Tisha,
whatever's
she could,
happening at the time.
yeah, you're
You're
gonna be
flowing with
all
the
right,
flow, and
man.
whatever happens just happens.
Yeah, you're gonna have some ups, you're gonna have some downs. I just want you to stay mellow, all right? Sometimes you gotta fall flat on your face. I
I
mean,
love that.
it's
That
that's just
stuff
what
is
it
the
is.
best.
So you're just flowing with the flow.
With the flow, well,
Yes.
I don't know if I
So it
would give it
doesn't
a
matter
name.
whether you have any goals or not. Whatever happen is going to happen. Whatever time is going to happen is going to happen. You're just flowing with the
Any
flow,
other
and what
men out
happens
there?
just happens. Is
Maybe
that right?
Whatever
21.
whatever
I'm sorry.
happens just
Yeah, I'm
happens.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. You're too
Well, I
young.
think it's a
I want 21
balance.
year old men. I'm sorry. I gotta bat him down. I ain't gonna block him. Yeah, don't you? I'm addressing him. I was talking to him, Tisha. You
No,
wanna
I was
jump
just trying to
in,
figure out where he was coming from, and it just sounded like he was flowing
man?
with the flow.
But
It
yeah,
doesn't
but I,
matter
you know
whether
what I
he
mean.
has any goals. Whatever happens is going to happen for him. So why make plans? That's how he
No,
feeling.
man, I wasn't worth a flip at 19. I was out there trying to
It seemed
handle
like you were
business. Say
kind
you
of
need miles,
struggling
my
with
folks
what he
coming
was
in making
saying,
assumptions,
but
saying
it
stuff. They
just
said,
seemed
"Don't
like
bring
he's
the
flowing with
company."
the flow. Some
Kia, what
people
you
are
thought
like
about that? You
that.
still there?
Some people are like that. They're not going to make any plans.
Taylor,
You know,
you
I'm
come
just going
up?
to let my day handle
Oh, you go,
itself.
man.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that. But
Hmm.
hey, more power to everybody. But I believe that life, Michael, because you got my son's name, so that's why I like you a whole lot.
Ooh, favor
that,
ain't fair.
huh?
Favor ain't fair.
Yeah, Michael is in the Bible, so
Okay,
Michael is a humble
that's an
guy,
angel.
But I just believe that life is going to find a way. It always has, it always will, unless we blow each other up. Other than that, it's going to find a way. So peace to you. I love your platform. I hope to be back, but I just don't
Okay.
like when women bash men because you look like you're a very good
We,
brother. I know I have
I'm
three good
cool, but
sons.
I'm not bad. You know, I'm not bashing the. You know, I mean, I'm gonna let
Yeah,
the
but
women live. You know what I mean?
everybody got to have those experiences in order to gain wisdom. If you don't get the wisdom, you can't put that teaching on anybody else. You gotta get the wisdom, and that's through experience. So people gotta have those experiences in order to know what to do. So, but there are, and I'm going to continue to say that that's not on that man bashing. I'm one of them. I'm not going to bash a man because I haven't dealt with thousands of men, so I can't bash a man like that. But I think we shouldn't put everybody into the same pot, boil them out, and then throw them out there because black men are human beings as
Hey, so
well.
he wants
They
to come
have their
back up.
struggles. So,
Amen, amen. But
all
I
right,
definitely appreciate it.
all right. Take
I'm gonna
care.
clear it down. But Tisha, I know I'll see you again. Tisha,
Okay.
I will.
Bye bye.
Take care. Hold on. I'm gonna let my boy back up. Kid, you got something to say? Or
No, I
you
could drop
chilling?
down. I could drop down.
Okay. You
Okay.
come back up if you need to. I only got 30 more minutes.
Okay.
Uh,
All right.
but it's always good to see you. You're welcome here.
Okay. Bye bye.
All right. All right, buddy. Hold on one second. Let me recenter this whole chat, this whole conversation. What's the 4G movement? People talking about my mom's. My mom's back. Oh no, she's in here. Y'all in trouble. Taylor raising man. Okay, y'all like that? Okay, so this is to hold men accountable. Hopefully, is there any man in here that got enough? 'Cause what you know what? This just wasn't the right time. It wasn't the right time. It wasn't the right time. Um, but it's to hold men accountable. No sex, being celibate. There's nothing wrong with that. People don't even believe men can do that. But you know, and I'm not even saying forever. And this is only to make yourself better. But you got to know what's really real out here. We start thinking with that second brain. You know what it is. You got that one brain. You start thinking, what does G stand for? Y'all keep asking what G stand for. You got to be a member. It's a secret society. I'll let you know when you get serious. Y'all just want to know everything because you can't Google it. But if you hit that search bar, like I was telling them earlier, you'll see if you hit the search bar in TikTok, you type in 4G movie, you're gonna see me like this. It's something making some silly face on there. Oh, they roasted me too. I'm telling you, it's out there. It's out there. Kanik, you back? What's up? What's up, brother?
It's good to be back.
You're not old enough, man. You're not old enough for
What do you
you gotta
mean,
be
bro?
21. You gotta be 21.
I gotta be 21. Why
You
is
still
that?
wet behind the ears, man. I can talk to you, I can help you out, but it's like you want a life coach. You want a free session. And you want to
A
have a
life
cosmic
coach, bro.
conversation. I just
You
use
can't
common
coach
sense.
someone
I
on
need
life if you don't know what life is.
okay. You can't talk to somebody about life if you don't know what life is. Wait a minute. Ooh, I don't even use this button often, but you about to get it. Say it again.
Say what again?
What you just said.
Well, I think a better question would be, what do you think life is?
Man, I'm sorry, buddy. In the comments. You gotta have that conversation in the comments. All right. So I'm sorry. I want somebody else to come up. I can't do that. That's just not how I run. I don't have enough time to, talk about life um like that. And it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody, to be honest with you. Man, I'm looking up. I just let somebody in. I don't know. What does the G stand for? What does the G stand for? Oh man, you got it. I know that's it, but it's all right. I can do this by myself. Feels. What's happening?
What's going on, bro?
What's happening? Man, it's good to talk to you, man. It's good to hear
Yeah,
your
you
voice. Been
too.
waiting.
I'm listening to you guys, man. I'm trying to figure out what the hell you talking about.
With the 4G movement?
Yeah, I know it's a secret society, but I'm trying to figure out what y'all
Not
talking
like
about, man.
that. I got you, man. You're saying what we talk about. I don't know how long you've been in here, but I got you, man. So, 4G movement, no celibacy, no resources, no time, no babies. Becoming the best version of yourself. There's a lot of things that we need to work on. How old are you, Phils?
47.
You married?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Well, how do you feel about the things that let me add some more things to that. Accountability. All right. Self awareness, discipline. You know what I mean? It's pursuing your purpose. We get distracted. Would you agree that we do get distracted from things? We'll go watch somebody's live with them just brushing their baby hair just because they're cute. They have 200 viewers in there, and maybe send them some TikTok thing. You know what I mean? Cash out people. You ever just cash out somebody feels just to talk to them?
Not
People do
even
that
one time
sometimes.
in
I
life.
heard. It sounds ridiculous, don't it?
I
But
would never do
we
that.
do make decisions and we search. You know what I mean? We overlooking what's really meant for us because we got a lot of trauma that we haven't healed. There's a lot of conversations we don't have. We don't go to therapy. You know what I mean? We broken trying to get into relationships, and our view of it, well, my view is messed up. I'm not gonna speak for everybody, but you don't even know how to be in a relationship, really. You know what I mean? The things that I thought I could get away with anyway. But I told you a little bit about the movement. I can go deeper into detail, but you tell me where you have a disagreement at, and I'll hear your claim. And some more people requesting up here.
There's no young person and no man out there in this planet that's gonna be abstinent. It sounds
That's what I
great, but
heard. That's exactly what everybody is
nobody,
saying.
nobody's gonna do that.
But
No
people are
man is
though.
gonna do that. No,
Every man
the
doesn't
mass
even think like
majority are
that.
not. the mass majority are not. It's more that's not than will.
Okay, that's it. So you just doubt it, but you're not saying that it's wrong. Do you think that there would be some benefits to that?
I think there would probably be some benefits to it, but I don't think that anybody
Tell
would
me,
actually
tell me if
stick
you can
to
think
it.
of some. Tell me some benefits that
Uh,
that you could that could possibly come from it.
well, I've had a lot of different careers in life, and at one point in time, I was a school teacher, long, long time ago. Um, I think it's when I used to be doing that. I think it's beneficial for the boys to go to school without girls, to not have girls in the classroom because girls are always a distraction to young men. So
Even outside the classroom. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah,
yeah, yeah,
exactly.
I'm 47. They a distraction to me sometimes.
Hey, so do you understand what I'm saying? Are
Kidding
distractions
me?
good? Are distractions good like
Yeah,
that?
but you can't get rid of the distraction though.
But you can have self-control and you can have self-discipline and you can pursue your goals. Why would we allow ourselves to get distracted that much? And I'm ministering to myself also because I know what you're talking about. But it's a tingle that gets your mind mingling, and you know what I mean.
Yeah, but that's
But
just
it's
that's nature though, my man. That's just nature for that's just how human beings in general are made, men and women. Like you're not going to be able to convince any men to be celibate, none,
well, I
unless
can
they had like
convince
some sort
them.
of religious, unless they had like some sort of serious religious faith they were into. They're not. No one. No one's going to say yes to that. They might say yes, but they're not. They're not going to follow that. That's just
They're
not
just not gonna
realistic.
do right,
It's not
especially you know
realistic.
what I mean.
It sound good.
So what do you? Okay, all right. Let me speak to the brother here. I'm gonna let you come back in, but yeah, that's. I know you doubt me. That's you doubt it. Not one person feels I can't get not one person
No, I'm sure
to
you could
to
probably
just take a
find
step back.
some.
All right. All I need is one. All I need is one. Denver, what's happening? It's leftist.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great today. How are you?
I'm also having a great day. Thanks for asking, man.
Come on in.
What's the 4G movement?
Oh, you just came in. I just kind of explained it again, but I do need to go over it again. So the
Give me
4G
the cliff
movement,
notes, the 30 second.
I will. I'm not gonna give you the labor pains. I'm gonna give you the baby. So it's basically holding ourselves accountable. You like that, don't you? Holding ourselves accountable. No sex, no resources, no time, no babies. These are things that we can't even afford to give out, really. Really, if you really want to be focused, you want to become the best version of yourself. Therapy, self accountability, self reflection. Go ahead.
To what end though? Like what's the
To what
purpose?
end? To heal, to
I
become
love
better.
that.
Maybe to
That's
even
awesome,
listen
dude.
to what the women are saying. And maybe just take it kind of into account because you do want to become the best person. And if you were to enter a relationship, and God forbid you decided that you wanted to get married, you want to be the right person. You want to pick the right person. And sometimes we forget we want a good woman, but sometimes you have to become a better man. But we get distracted, like what me and Phils was just talking about. We get distracted and we give our time, our resources, our attention to people that don't even deserve it. And we kind of throw other women off because they're like, this is what you want. This is what you want when you know it's different wants. It's different ways that you look at people, but it's hard to explain because it's nature, like Phil said. But like there's obviously something wrong. We're attracted to toxicity, um, things that we're just comfortable with from our childhood. I'm sorry, that was two babies.
That's okay. I like it. I like the idea. I think I heard two different things though. I think I heard you saying that we want to make ourselves better people, but then did I also hear you saying that that'll like attract women to us, or that we're
No,
like withholding something from women?
we're not
'Cause-
withholding anything. We're practicing discipline. You can
Okay.
call it whatever you want to call it, but yeah, I didn't say anything about attracting women. because but you know what women are attracted to, I imagine, is confidence, somebody who has their stuff together. Yeah, but yeah, I didn't say anything.
I mean, women aren't a monolith. They're all different. It's not. It's the same as all men. Like, I think I disagreed with Phil's earlier saying that no one will agree to be celibate, because we're not a monolith. There's people out there who will be into it.
You can't
I
just say that. That's correct.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the idea of practicing some abstinence while you do some emotional work, I think there's a lot of value there. I think, doing it forever isn't going to be the kind of life I know I want, and I can't imagine a
You didn't
bunch of
want to
people
come up
would.
here.
But if you're doing it to do the work, to be a better man, like, we're part of the first generation of men that women just don't need us. They just don't. And it's interesting
I
and
don't
challenging.
know. I don't know. Like, people
Let me
say that, but
rephrase
I
that.
promise you, I got thousands of DMs in there. Oh, I need a man. I need this, that, the third.
Sure, sure,
I'm
sure.
telling you, I
Allow
don't
me to
know.
clarify.
From different countries.
Allow me to clarify. In our culture, or in my culture, and I assume you're also American, we, like, women no longer rely on a man purely for survival, right? They can have credit cards, they can own property, which wasn't true. I'm 40, barely before my lifetime did all this happen. Like, my mom told me stories of, like, not being allowed to wear pants, right? This isn't
Okay.
that far removed, right? So if we're
Okay.
looking at the pendulum of society swinging, yeah, man, women don't need us, and frankly, they shouldn't. Like, man is woman's natural predator. It's and not all men, right? Don't hear me say that. But
Well,
then
I'm
also I
trying to figure
realized,
out what we can do better.
yeah,
What can we as men do better? Because obviously, you're saying we're not needed, which that's fine because we want to be needed. So,
hmm
you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you're not needed, and like you said, you don't want to speak in absolute. So it's not everybody. You're just saying that there's a certain portion, that would not care for, to have somebody or don't necessarily need them. Are we making them feel unsafe? I mean, I don't. What's let's get back to the accountability factor, Pedro.
sorry about that. I got a call and I missed a couple of seconds of that.
Of what I said. I just said get back to the accountability factor of it. For men, what can we do
Yeah.
better? You know?
I mean, yeah, I think we can do our emotional work, right? We can learn to
Okay.
be comfortable with emotions that aren't just anger, right? Because anger is a secondary emotion. We
Yep.
don't
It's
get
always
angry. We
hiding
become
something. It's
scared,
masking something.
right? It is.
Yep.
It's never a primary
Oh, I've been
emotion,
to
and it's
therapy,
always, a
brother.
lot of
Yes,
times
sir.
it's, yeah, you get it, man. I think you're onto something. I think we can't be extreme, right? And I don't know about the resources or the time, because in my life, the relationships I have with the women in my life, the platonic relationships, they really fill my cup, man. It's really important to me to have that perspective. Um, so yeah, I don't know, but I think you're onto something. I love the idea of accountability, and I appreciate you out there speaking to men about this really important stuff.
Hey, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, but no, I love what you had to say.
Back at you. I'm gonna
You,
drop. Thanks for
you,
having me up.
hey, appreciate it. Feels right now is me and you. Hey, thank you, Denver, following. That's what's up. We only got a few more minutes, but I can monologue. I mean, you can talk. What's up? What's going on?
I don't know, man. Ask me a question. I
Okay.
think I think I think what you're
So, what do you
saying,
think the 4G movement is? Can you describe it? It's people that are asking in the comments.
man. I don't know neither. I don't know. I don't even know. I mean, I do
What's the
believe that
purpose
men
of
need
it?
to be held a little bit. I do believe men should be a little bit more accountable. You know what I mean? Like, I
Oh,
gotta, like, if
say
you
it.
look at some of
Say
my
it.
videos, I got like things where I talk about, like, men taking care of their children a little bit better and
I'm gonna have to
raising
check
their
you out,
children.
Fibs.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to check you out.
it's down on there. They in there.
I can't
I
get in there
think
right this
that's
moment, but
that's a
I'm
step
gonna get
number
there.
one. You know, I think that guys we need to push our boys the way ladies push their girls.
Explain.
Ladies
Explain. I got two girls, but so explain because this is important.
explain how the guys need to push our boys the same way the
Well, yeah.
girls,
What do you mean
ladies,
by pushing the boys, pushing them to
to be
achieve?
something, to be, yeah,
Okay, I'm just trying to make sure
yeah,
because
like,
they
you
sometimes they do
know,
get pushed in like sports in different ways. But what you're saying is
I'm not even talking about sports. I'm talking about, educationally. I'm talking about, it's ladies don't mind supporting other women and helping other women out a lot. You see girl trips and all this other type of stuff and all type of things that ladies do for other ladies. But we don't often see those type of things with guys doing for the young men. You know what I mean? Like they'll do football and basketball, they'll do stuff like that, but they don't really do too much other stuff to get them right. You know?
And this falls on the fathers, right?
Yeah, this falls on the guys.
Amen. Because
Like
you got to train them up.
I'm a firm believer. Like so, I'm an investigator out here, so I investigate child abuse and stuff. You know what I mean? So
Oh
I
man.
think it's good. Yeah, it's crazy. I think it's good for men at a certain age. I think it's good for men. You know, if you have a child at some point in time to uh, start taking over the child's life, even if you're not with the mom anymore. Like you know, my boys, you know, when they got to high school, they came and lived with me. You know, they was a little bit too much for their mother. So I think that you know, women do a good job raising kids, but I think at a certain time in life, it becomes more important for guys to raise the kids than the ladies.
No, I can definitely agree with that. I think that, although, we don't birth the kids, we do have a responsibility, and it's something in our DNA that, kind of, guides us to things that we need to do, things that, that the kids need to learn from us, because they learn by watching. You know what I
hmm
mean? Seeing what you do, that's how they're gonna learn life.
So,
It's
you,
nothing worse than just putting somebody out there. Go ahead.
so let me tell you another thing that you know I noticed in life. You know, when ladies go out and they look for like men and stuff, right? You know, it's always good for a lady to find a man like you know who see what kind of family structure he grew up in. Because if a man is grown up in a situation where he didn't have a father in his home, like he didn't have a dad who was nice to mom, or he didn't have a dad around, number one, he's not going to know how he should act and treat his wife or his lady because he never watched anybody else his father treat his mother in a nice type of way or a way that you know he should talk to his wife and treat his wife. If he grew up in a household where he didn't have a father around, right, she could have still made him a good person, but he doesn't know how to be a father to a child because he didn't have an example. We always follow whatever we've seen in life, you know. So that's part of the problem. Does that make
Agreed,
sense?
agreed. No,
Yeah.
that makes perfect sense to me. I mean,
Okay.
that's
That's what they should
we
be
need
looking
that
at when they
example.
start dating somebody. You know what I mean? Like, did you have a mom and dad? You didn't have a mom and dad. You just grew up with your mom and your sisters and all this other type of stuff.
That's
So
it.
then, you
So
know,
you
she
don't
go out
even
and
know
have a
how.
baby. He don't know how to. But then women will be
Yeah.
upset with that man. Women will be upset with that man because he's not a good dad. He's not a good husband. He's not a good boyfriend. But he didn't learn any of that. He didn't watch any of that. He didn't watch his dad be nice to his mom. He didn't have his dad who said, "Oh, listen, boy, sit down. We're going to talk for a minute." And he had to talk whether he wanted to or not. So he doesn't know to do those things. But then he gets with a lady, and she expects him to already do those things because she has been watching her mom be a certain way to either her boyfriend, her husband, or whoever. So she's learned these things. But the male child, he has not learned these things.
Mm-mm. But it's that the person who's supposed to teach you these things sometimes didn't learn them. I think that we as parents try to do better than what was done to us, and just try to do better. But I mean, there's generations of people that really don't even know what to do or to have these conversations.
Oh,
There
it's
needs to
tons.
be
There's
some kind
tons
of
of them.
manual out there.
There's tons of them. There is no manual. I should write a book. There is no manual.
Hey man, I
Like,
got one coming, but it's needed, because my
yeah.
birds and the bees conversation was the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees. You having sex, boy? No, no sir. You have sex, boy? No sir. You better use a condom. uh
So,
but
so I had to have the birds and the bees talk with my boys, right? So my birds and the bees talk with my boys was never just one specific talk. It was a multiple amounts of talks over a multiple amounts of different times, you know, and it was always open and honest, as far as like, what could happen, what's likely to happen, what's not likely to happen. You could get a girl pregnant. You might not get a girl pregnant. You could catch something, but you might not catch nothing. So it was always about, me trying to get them prepared for life. I like to think that me and my guys, we have a good quality relationship, So, when my son was in high school, he went on his college tour to some college campus and he had a little situation with two ladies there. And I didn't know how I felt about it, but at least he was prepared walking into the situation, though. You know what I mean? Versus his mom found condoms on him one day that
Amen.
I gave him and almost lost her mind.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't care what she was talking
Y-
about.
y- yeah. But that's no, that's awesome. I mean, I would love for that to be the majority of people having that experience.
Yeah.
The
It's
majority of the
never a
kids
one-time
that
conversation with something. You ever meet somebody who says like, "Oh, I told him once and that should be enough." No, it's not enough. It's I told him
right,
790 times.
right, right.
It's preparing
So
them for the future.
so at what point in time in a man's life does he start to take accountability and say, okay, forget about what happened to me. It's time for me to either, you know, man up or man down. You know, because it does. It really. How long are you allowed to blame your childhood?
Well, I think that a lot of men suffer trauma. A lot of men, like I had a kid today I had to talk to. A lot of young men and a lot of guys in life. I grew up in a single parent household, right? And every single man that has grown up in a single parent household, I don't care what they say, if they don't say that they don't feel some type of way about, a parent, their male parent, supposed to be loving them, but not, they have an issue. There's no way you can't.
Mm, mm, mm,
You
mm, mm.
you you accept it and keep moving and keep the train going, but there's no way. Like, this little guy I had to talk to today who act terrible in school, but he don't have a father. He just lived with his two sisters, his aunt and his mom. And he said to me, he said, I don't have nobody to talk to. Because that males, especially young ones, they need someone to give them unbiased and truthful advice. And they also need somebody to navigate life for them so they don't have to make a decision. I make the decision for you until you are able to make the decision on your own.
Amen, amen. I'm gonna have to go ahead and end this early, but stay
Right.
tuned, Fizz. I like you. I'm definitely gonna check you out, man. Hopefully I can get you back in again. I'm gonna have to pick your brain, and you never know what can happen. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this early. I appreciate you coming up. I appreciate everybody in the panel.